I'm Glorianna, and I am married to my high school sweetheart Donovan. He's a U.S. airman, and we love our life just like any other married couple. You would think our life would be interesting due to the military, but to our surprise, it's not. I was born legally blind, and you would probably never guess just by looking at me. But that's not it either. I was born with Crohn's disease, and that's our biggest struggle, but we deal with it with love and caring and patience, just like any other couple would. Join us on our journey as we show you just how easy it can be, and hey, you might learn something in the process.
Hello YouTube, and welcome to Let's Talk Crohn's. So in these videos I'm going to talk a lot about all the different stages of Crohn's, from diagnosis to treatment to updates to what to look forward to in the future. At the end of this, I'm doing one a week. So in the 6th week, I will be doing a Q&A. And the way to get your questions answered is to private message me then on Facebook. You can tag them or post them to my Twitter wall, my Instagram, or through my email. You can also comment down below, and I will try and get to everybody's questions in the Q&A video if they aren't all answered in the 5 videos before then. So you probably want to know, what is Crohn's disease? Crohn's disease is an autoimmune inflammatory bowel disease that can affect any part of the digestive system from the beginning to the end. And it's extremely painful, and basically your body thinks that your digestive system doesn't belong there, so it is constantly attacking it. And this can cause a lot of pain, discomfort, and nausea, and you're sick everywhere. Your body hurts, you're exhausted, and you can't keep food down. So a lot of people lose quite a bit of weight when they're going through it in the beginning. I lost around 30 pounds. Now I've gained a lot of that back, unfortunately, but I'm working with a nutritionist to get all of that under control again. So my story with Crohn's is, it took about 8 months to diagnose, and in those 8 months my grandma was diagnosed with lung cancer, which was her second type of cancer that she'd had in her life. In that same time, my husband was getting ready to leave for Air Force basic training, and he was going to be gone for almost a year through basic and tech school. And there was just a lot of family stuff going on, and to be honest, my family did not believe me that something was really wrong. I would go to the emergency room sick, feverish, I couldn't move, and all they would do was pump me with pain medication, give me anxiety medication, and send me home. Finally, I got put into the hospital because of extreme dehydration, and they thought I had some kind of weird bacterial infection that was extremely contagious. They did the colonoscopy and found out that it was Crohn's disease. After we found this out, my family apologized and finally believed me that something was really wrong. And I've heard this with a lot of cases, that their family does not believe them because it is so hard to diagnose. Well, after my diagnosis, I finally got put on medication, and in between the diagnosis and medication prescription, it took a couple of months. And in those couple months, it was painful, and I knew there was absolutely nothing I could do about it other than eat a very bland diet, which I tried to stick to as best I can, but at 20 years old, that's really hard. And I had to move. I moved to a new town in that time, and there was just so much going on. Now I am doing a lot better. I'm on a Humira, which is a self-injection. I'm not going to lie, they are not fun, they are not pleasant, and they hurt. So it's really not a fun disease to have. It's painful, like I've said, and there's a lot that goes along with it. If you or somebody you know has Crohn's, don't pity them, but at the same time, don't assume that nothing is wrong just because you can't see it. Crohn's disease is an invisible illness, and it affects a lot of people in this country. And just be there for them and help when you can. There's not too much you can do about it. But also, people who have Crohn's, IBD, colitis, don't let this disease limit you either. Don't let it defeat you. You know, this is why we fight. This is why we are raising awareness. This is why I do what I do. So I want to thank you all for watching, and I hope you'll tune in next Sunday for another talk about Crohn's. I think next week I'm going to touch more on the Humira, different vitamins you can take, and some of the side effects of all those medications. Thank you, and I hope everybody is having a... The month of May is National Crohn's and Colitis Awareness Month. So let's join in the fight together and wear purple once a week to show the world that we are not going to stop fighting. Please join me next week for another short video about Crohn's, and hopefully get awareness around the world to know what this disease is and how it can affect one's life.